Do we have everybody? Yeah, okay. All right, I think we have everyone. Can everybody hear me? Give me some sort of a sign that y'all can hear me. I think we have about 4 or 5 people on the call. Okay, well, if you can't hear me, let me know. Oh, thank you. Thumbs up. That's awesome. Okay, so my name is Kim Dunn, and I am the admissions advisor at Fred K. Marchman Technical College. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit tonight about the differences between a technical college versus a traditional college. I'm going to talk to you about all the programs that we offer at Marchman Technical College. I'm assuming since you're on here, you probably already heard a little bit about us. And then I'll go through our admissions process. If you are seniors, we are currently getting ready for our fall enrollment to kick off on Monday morning at 7:30. That's the first day that you can apply for the August classes, but I will continue to do appointments and take people on tours and things like that throughout the rest of this semester. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I want to welcome you and thank you for coming. So a little bit about the difference between a four-year traditional college and a technical college. So a four-year college, you're going to definitely be going to school for at least 2 to 4 years, unless you did a lot of dual enrollment credits in high school. At a technical college, it's going to be very short. Our shortest programs are 5 months long, and our longest program, auto service technology, is 2 years. So it's going to be very quick to provide you with some training and knowledge to help you enter the workforce quickly. We do offer at a four-year college, you're going to have academic and major classes. So you're going to start out taking classes maybe they don't pertain to what you want to do. You'll be taking a lot of the general classes like math, language arts, whereas at Marchman, we are very skill focused. Whatever program you sign up for, you're going to do that program the entire time you're with us. You don't go to any other classes. You're in that classroom with that one instructor from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, doing what you love to do. So it's a really nice experience for students who maybe don't like to be in classes that they're not really interested in. Here, you're going to sign up for something that you're interested in. You're going to have a really good experience because you're going to really enjoy what you're learning. You can obviously get into some student loan debt at a traditional college. You may not have to, but a lot of students do end up taking out some student loans. At Marchman, we do offer federal financial aid, but we do not offer student loans. So our pricing is very reasonable. And basically, we will take what's called the federal Pell Grant. So you can still do your FAFSA and apply for aid. You just can't use the student loans at Marchman, but you can definitely use the federal Pell Grant if your income qualifies you. So again, both institutions offer financial aid. And then of course, at a four-year college, you're going to earn a degree of some sort. At Marchman, you're going to earn certificates of completion at the end of your program. And then you're also going to stack on top of that industry certifications. If you're not familiar with an industry certification, that is you'll be taking some sort of a test or an exam that is going to certify you, that tells prospective employers that you are a trained worker ready to enter the workforce and be successful in their business. So that's the difference between a technical college and a four-year college. All right, so Marchman, a couple important things to know about Marchman. We are duly accredited. We're accredited by the Council on Occupational Education, which is a national accreditation for technical colleges. We are accredited through Pasco County Schools because we do have K-12 high school students on our campus. So we're accredited by Cognia. So we have 2 accreditations. We do offer job placement services. Our goal as you go through our programs is to transition you into the workforce. So we have a lot of business partners. We have a job placement coordinator, but we do everything possible to help to get you those interviews so that you can secure a position while you're with us or after you finish your program. Because there are some programs that offer on-the-job training where you can actually, towards the end of your program, you can go to work, get paid, and then submit your hours back to your instructor. And that's our favorite thing, because we know that you're gainfully employed in your field, ready to go when you leave us. We do offer accessibility services and counseling services. We're a small school, so you get to know everybody, but we do offer services. So we have a school counselor who's there to support you along the way. She also will monitor attendance very closely, and she works with you through getting behind. Maybe you need some problem solving to figure out how to make things a little better. We also have an accessibility services coordinator. So her role is to help provide you with accommodations. So in high school, if you have an IEP or a 504 plan, you can get those services as an adult student, but you would have to initiate that. So when you come in and meet with me, if you decide to proceed, we would give you some information about that. We would give you her contact information, and then you just contact her to set up an appointment, talk about what accommodations help you with your learning, and then she can write you an adult 504 plan. But we definitely encourage students to do that if that's services help them with their learning. The other thing I want to mention, whatever school you do go to, if that applies to you, you definitely want to make sure you ask for those services, because it won't automatically happen unless you initiate the request. Earning college credit. So we do offer opportunities where you can take your certificate from Marchman over to Pasco Hernando State College, and they will award you credits towards their industrial, the AS degree in industrial management, or there are the cybersecurity and IT security degree for our cyber and CSIT program. So there are ways to transition to post-secondary after Marchman and get some credit for the work that you did at Marchman. And again, we're local in Pasco County, so you're not going to have hopefully a far commute. Maybe if you're on the east side, it might be a little bit longer, but we are local, and so hopefully that'll be good. We're not really that far, even if you're on the east side. If you're going to go to college in Tampa, it's going to be about the same. All right. So these are the classes that we offer. I'll kind of read through them all, but we have a couple of computer classes. We have applied cybersecurity and computer systems and information technology. We also have 2 art type programs. We have commercial art and digital cinema production. We have cosmetology. We have early childhood education, which would be working at a preschool. We offer electricity, air conditioning and heating. Marine service technologies would be boat mechanic. We offer master automotive service technology, patient care tech, which is our only nursing program. And then we offer professional culinary arts and hospitality and welding. So those are all the classes that we offer on our campus. So your program hours, I won't go through all of them, but generally most of our programs are during the day, Monday through Friday, 8:20 to 2. So it's just like a traditional school day that you've been going to in high school. Some of the programs have extended hours like cosmetology and patient care techs and welding, so that you can get done in a shorter period of time. And then we do offer also an evening cosmetology class. That's the only class that we offer in the evening. To be a program completer at our college or at a technical college, you have to have all of your clock hours. So if you notice on that sheet we just looked at, you can't really see it over there, but there are a certain number of hours associated with each program. So when you start Marchman, you get an ID badge and you clock in and out. Every minute counts towards program completion. So our shortest programs would be patient care tech and early childhood. They're only 1 semester long, and our longest program is auto service technology, which is 2 years long. So those are the lengths of our programs. So again, you're going to have your clock hours. We do have a very strict attendance policy because we're a clock hour school. So be thinking about that when you're considering us. You have to master your skills, have to have at least a 2.0 GPA, and then basic skills exam. You all would be, if you're all Pasco County graduates, you would be exempt from the math and reading test, so you wouldn't have to worry about that. All right, so we do offer federal financial aid and other sources of aid. We take Florida Prepaid, Bright Futures, Career Source, Vocational Rehabilitation, Veterans Benefits, and private scholarships. And then, of course, as I had mentioned before, we do offer the federal Pell Grant. So if you wanted to see if you're eligible for the federal Pell Grant, you would need to complete what is called a FAFSA. I'm sure you might have been hearing about this in high school from your counselors and your career specialists. But that is the first step to see if you qualify for federal aid, whether it's at Marchman or any school. So you would want to go to this website here, studentaid.gov, and you just start filling out the 2526 FAFSA. You can do that now, and you can actually list on up to 10 schools on there. No school is going to pull your aid or your information until you're accepted to the school. But if you want to see what you qualify for, you can actually do that now before you even apply to a college. And the application, there's 3 steps to the application. We do an online application with some essay questions that you will be responding to. You'll have to have your high school diploma or GED. And since I'm assuming you're all Pasco County, you wouldn't have to worry about that step because we would pull your transcript. We are part of Pasco County Schools. And then you will need to prove residency to get the in-state tuition rates, which I would review with you when you come into the office on how that all works. Okay, so admissions process. So once your application is in, all students who complete an application prior to the program closing will be scheduled for an interview. The interview has to show that you will be able to successfully complete the program and enter the workforce in your chosen field when you exit the program. So the interviews are very important, but we want to make sure that we are going to be able to help you reach your goals, and we also want to make sure that you're going to be successful at our school. So all students do go through an interview process with the program instructor and our assistant director. And then admissions can be very competitive, so just be aware of that as you apply, and you definitely want to be ready for that interview when it comes up. So if you are interested in checking us out further, I am the only admissions advisor at this school. And so what you can do, there's a couple ways to contact me. You can either call me, my phone number's on the screen there. You can email me. And then on our website under application process, there's a link there to schedule a meeting with me. You just put your information in and I would contact you to set up your tour. So we require all students to come in and tour the programs that they're interested in. And then we would sit down and go through all the admissions process and other information so that you are set up for success before you start with us. Okay, so that is all I have to share. The next day, the application opens March 10th. First day of school is August 11th, just like all of Pasco County schools. And I didn't mention, I'm sorry, I'm not quite done. I didn't mention that we are a part of Pasco County schools, so you're gonna have the same schedule as you have right now in high school. Same winter break, spring break, summer break, all that's gonna be exactly the same. And we always have orientation prior to the start of school. Now I'm really done. Okay, are there any questions? I'm happy to entertain questions. No?
In the chat, we have, what about homeschool students?
Homeschool students, absolutely. We accept homeschool students. You would just have to provide a copy of your transcript, and then we have an affidavit that you would have to complete and notarize, have notarized.
And I joined a little bit late. I don't know if you had gone into this, but you have some I guess certificate programs, right? And they all kind
Yes.
of range. Do they all range like in a year to 2 years or?
Yes, so I'll go back to that slide. So yes, so we offer 13 technical training programs, and they are all varying in length.
Okay.
Let's see if I can find it here. So you can see the shortest programs we have are early childhood education and patient care tech. Those are 1 semester long courses. And then our longest course is auto service technology, which is 2 full years, 4 semesters. And all the other programs are in between.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure, you're welcome. Any particular program you'd like to know the hours on?
I have twins, so I think one of them would probably be more interested in the computer science, maybe cybersecurity type.
Okay, so both of those classes take the computer systems and information technology class is 1 full school year, so it's 2 semesters, and then and then cybersecurity is a little less than 2 semesters. So both of those you can be completed in 1 year.
Okay. And typically, how many classes? Is it like a regular college where you take 4 classes per semester?
No. So we are a very different type of school. I talked about that a little earlier. So the big difference between a technical college and a traditional college is you're not going to take any other classes except for the one that you are signed up for. So if you are in computer systems and information technology, you're with Mr. Kalbach all day, every day for 5.5 hours a day, learning all of your skills and your academics in that field.
Got it.
Which students who love what they're doing have a wonderful experience because they're in their favorite class all day long.
Right. Okay. Awesome.
So do you have seniors who might be interested?
They're juniors right now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely come see me next year.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
In the chat, we also have a question of, is it Monday through Friday?
Yes. So the programs are Monday through Friday. There are different times on some of them. Let's see here. So most of our programs are Monday through Friday from 8:16 to 2. Welding is a little longer. It's 8:16 to 2:48. I know it seems weird, but you got to have all those hours so that welding can get done in 2 semesters or 1 year. Patient care tech cosmetology, same thing, extended day to get it done in 1 year. And then we also have early childhood education. That program is actually Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11:55 in the afternoon to 3:15. And then you actually go on to a childcare center and do volunteer hours. Usually it ends up to be a paid position, but they start out as volunteers doing 480 practical hours. And that program is 1 semester.
Also in the chat, is there dual enrollment during high school or a career tech pathway during high school?
Can you say that again? I'm sorry.
So the question reads, is there dual enrollment during high school or a career tech pathway during high school? I'm assuming they might be asking like what high school you partner with, perhaps.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're looking at dual enrollment, if you're 9th and 10th grade and you want dual enrollment, you have to school choice to Wendell Crinn Technical High School. If you are a junior or senior and want to school choice, there are some other options. We have 5 programs that are called dual enrollment, where you can actually go either half a day to your base school, half a day with us, half a day private school, half a day homeschool, and then half a day with us. But most of those traditional schools like the Pasco County schools, if you wanted to go golf half a day, us half a day, that would be through school choice. And then if you're homeschool or private school and you want to come to Marchman half a day, you would go through an application process with us, and I would connect you with our school counselor who handles all the high school dual enrollment. If you want to transition to traditional college after leave Marchman, we do have an articulation agreement with Pasco Hernando State College, where they will award you credit for some of the work that you did at Marchman to get some credits. There's only 2 degrees that you can get that with. It would be for a AS degree in industrial management or the IT cybersecurity degree over at PHSC. Hope that answered.
I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me? Do you take the 529?
529, what is that?
It's money set aside for school. It's like an investment plan. It's called the 529.
Well, generally what I tell folks, if they will give us the money, we're okay. So really it's it's the agency that's providing the money has to make a decision whether they will pay Marchman or not. So there are some scholarships that will only go to certain schools, so it just depends. But if that company or agency approves a student to go to a technical college, absolutely.
Okay, gotcha, understood. Thank you.
Yeah.
Also in the chat, we have a 2-part question confirming that the semester is 450 hours, and what is the cost? Does it vary by program?
So the cost varies by program. If you go on our website, you can see all the tuition and fees, but basically you pay by the clock hour. So yes, it's 450 clock hours times, right now it's $2.78 for in-state tuition. That would tell you what your tuition is. You pay tuition and fees every semester, but other things like some programs provide a laptop, some programs have toolkits, and even your industry certification exams, they are charged throughout. But however many bills that you pay at the beginning of each semester is going to total up to the total of the program. I think our most expensive program, I'm going to take a guess, it's either auto or welding. It's about $8,000. That's for the whole program. Unfortunately, I don't have my fee sheet here. I'm sorry. But you're welcome to call me and I can give you more specifics.
There does not appear to be any other questions in the chat. Oh, here we go. What is the job placement rate?
So I don't have that off the top of my head. If you go onto our website under, I think it's under student information, there is a chart on there that's from our accrediting agency. We do have to meet certain completion, placement, and licensure thresholds to keep our post-secondary accreditation. So we are very focused on job placement. We have one person that is designated to help with job placement, help students with the job placement. And all of our programs have a lot of great relationships with local business partners. This week, we're actually having all of our advisory board meetings, which means that the teacher meets with outside industry partners. They come in and they advise our instructors on what they're looking for when they're hiring employees. And a lot of those folks actually hire our students when they finish or towards the end of their program. But we are all about job placements. And we kind of joke, we always say, if you don't want to work, don't come to Marchman, because we are all about getting you a job. Or at least assisting you with it.
That sounds great. Again, there are no other questions in the chat. If anybody else wants to come off mute or does have any other questions, we just have a few more minutes before we wrap up this session.
Well, I want to thank you all for attending, and hopefully you'll consider us in the future, or at least come check us out. You really have to come see the campus to understand what it's all about. But when students get on our campus, they're amazed at the type of learning that goes on at our school. They get very excited about going to college.
Next open house date, do you have that scheduled?
So we only have one open house a year, and that was in February. So after that, you have to set up individual appointments with me, or I do group tours if you know exactly what program you want. So if you can either call me, email me. My name is Kim Dunn. My name and numbers all over the website, or you can email me. There's also a section where on the application section where it says click here to schedule an appointment with Kim Dunn. If you put your information in there, I will contact you to schedule a tour.
And then we did get two other questions. How long is the HVAC program? And then the second question would be, can dual enrollment receive enough credits to have full degree prior to graduation?
Okay, so the HVAC program is a 1,350 hour program, so it takes 3 semesters to complete, so it's about a year and a half. And when you're asking about dual enrollment, are you asking if you can complete a class as a dual enrolled student? Is that the question?
It does not specify. Feel free, Cynthia, if you wanted to come off mute to clarify. It's also possible they oh, here we go, have the complete certification at graduation for job placement. So I guess for like our K-Tech kids.
So for dual enrolled, yeah. So that all depends on when the student starts and how long the program is. If you start 9th grade through 12th grade, you're going to obviously earn more hours towards program completions. There are some programs that you can complete as a high school student. There are some that you will absolutely have to come back even if you started in 9th grade to finish. Like automotive is 1,800 hours. It would be impossible to get 1,800 hours in high school. But some of them you can complete and get your certification, get your certificate of completion, and some you have to come back. But I have to talk to you one-on-one to give you more specific information. And you could also certainly contact Wendell Crinn Technical High School regarding their dual enrollment. Because it would be dual enrollment through Wendell Crinn unless you go to like half a day Marchman, half a day base school. But Wendell Crinn has a lot of information as well about that.
And then how long is the cosmetology program?
So for adult students, it is 2 semesters long. So if you start in August, you are going to go to school for about 9 months because you'll go August to May. If you do the January start, you're going to have the summer off. So it's going to be a full year, even though you're only going to be in school for 9 months.
All right. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up this particular session. You do have 2 other sessions, so if anyone wants to come back and join us, they are more than welcome to. But otherwise, thank you so much for coming this evening.
Yes, thank you. Have a good night, everybody.